Hello guys, welcome back to VK Tutorials. In this video, you will learn about how to solve numericals from Motion Chapter Class 9 CBSE. So let's start by solving some numericals. Here's our question 1. It states that a train accelerates from 36 km per hour to 54 km per hour in 10 seconds. And you have to find the acceleration and the distance traveled by the train. So on the basis of the given data, I'll draw a figure. Consider the train to be at position A, which has to go to position B. At A, its speed is 36 km per hour, and at B, it is increased or changes to 54 km per hour. So this is my initial point. So I'll say initial speed is 36 km or initial velocity is 36 km per hour. And this is my final velocity, which is v equal to 54 km per hour. Now, for it to move from this position to this position, it took some time, 10 seconds. Okay. The first thing you have to see when you solve numericals is to check the units of this. This is in kilometer per hour, whereas this is in second. So I'll have to change my kilometer per hour to meter per second. So u equal to, which was 36 kilometer per hour, has to be changed to meter per second. So I'll multiply by 5 by 18. That will be 10 meter per second. Whereas my v is equals to 54 kilometer per hour. That will change to 54 into 5 by 18. 18 ones are 18 threes are. That will be 15 meter per second. You can also write meter per second as 10 meter s power minus 1 and 15 meter s power minus 1. So always remember, when you have to convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second, you have to multiply by 5 by 18. And when you are converting from meter per second to kilometer per hour, you have to multiply by 18 by 5. Okay, now that we have all the units in one dimension and one quantity, the next step is to find acceleration. Okay, the first one, acceleration. Acceleration is denoted by a, and we know that it is change in velocity in certain amount of time. So here the change in velocity is final velocity minus initial velocity by time taken, where that will be equal to a is equals to, final velocity is given as 15 meter per second and initial as 10, whereas divided by time taken as 10. So a is equals to 5 by 10, that is equals to a equal to 0.5 meter s power minus 2 meter per second square. Always remember the units of acceleration is meter per second square. It is very important for you to understand and remember the units. The next we have to solve the distance s. Now that we know the acceleration of this train is 0.5 meter per second square, here now the data you have is u, v, a and t. So on the basis of this data, I'll use any of the three equations of motion. That is v equals to u plus at, s equal to ut plus half at square, and v square minus u square is equal to 2s based on the given data. So I have to find displacement. So displacement or distance is only in two equations of motion, that is s is equals to ut plus half at square and s is equals to v square minus u square by 2a. You can use any of these because we have all the required terms. Okay, therefore I'll use third equation of motion, that is s is equals to v square minus u square by 2a, where v square is given as how much? So we have found v square to be 15 square and u square as 10 square, and 2a will be, which is we have found out just now. So 225 minus 100 by 1. 2 into 0.5 is 1. So we'll be left out with 125 meter. Therefore, s is how much? The distance traveled by the object from position A to position B. So from here, so from this point to travel to this point, so the s is 125 meter. Always remember the units, displacement and distance are in meter. So this is our distance, and this is our acceleration. This is how you solve this problem. Now let's go to the next problem. Okay, here's our second question. It states that a train starts from rest and accelerates uniformly at the rate of 5 meter per second square for 5 seconds. Calculate the velocity of train in 5 seconds. Okay, so on the basis of the given data, I'll have to first interpret what is given. So solution here, suppose if I consider 2 points where the train has to move from this point to this point, because it is starting from rest, you have to say 0 meter per second. Your initial will be 0 meter per second because there is no motion. Always at rest it will be 0 meter per second. Your final velocity, we don't know. That is what they are asking us to find. So to move from this position to this position, it took some time, 5 seconds. And they have given us our acceleration because it is accelerating uniformly at 5 meter per second. So our A is how much? 5 meter per second square. Okay, so given is U equal to 0 meter per second, V is what you have to find out, and T is given as 5 second. Also A is given as 5 meter per second square. Calculate the velocity. Okay, so now that you have three equations of motion, I'll use the first equation of motion, which is V equals to U plus AT, because all that we have is U, we have T, we have A, we have, so we have to find V. So therefore V will be equal to 0 plus 5 into 5, that will be equal to 0 plus 25. So V is how much? 25 meter per second. This is our answer. Now let's do a third question. Here's a third question. The maximum speed of a train is 90 km per hour. It takes 10 hours to cover a distance of 500 km. Find the ratio of its average speed to maximum speed. Okay. Here the solution and the given data, given maximum speed, that is equal to 90 km per hour, and they have said that it covers distance of 500 km in 10 hours. That means my speed or my average speed will be, we know speed is equals to distance by time. So total distance here covered was 500 by total time is 10 hours. So we get 50 km per hour. Now they are asking us to find the ratio of average speed to maximum speed. Average speed to maximum speed, that will be equal to 50 by 90, that is 5 by 9, or you can say in ratio of 5:9. Okay, this is how you solve this sum. Here they have asked us to find the average speed first. We know average speed is equals to total distance by total time. The total distance is 500 km and total time is 10 hours. Therefore, the ratio we found out to be 5:9. So this is our ratio. Now let's solve our next sum. Okay, so here's our question 4. It states that an object is dropped from a cliff, falls with a constant acceleration of 10 meter per second square. Find its speed 5 seconds after it was dropped. Okay, on the basis of data, I'll say solution, considering this to be our cliff. So the object is dropped from this position. So your U will be equal to 0 meter per second because it is being dropped. Initially it will be at rest. It is being dropped from here onto this ground. So considering it will travel some displacement s, and given its acceleration is 10 meter per second square. If I say after 5 seconds, it must have traveled till here, somewhere till here. Okay, so t is given as 5 seconds. On the basis of given data, they are asking us to find its speed. Speed is equals to distance upon time, or you can say v is equals to small d by t. Here distance is nothing but our displacement. So firstly we have to find our displacement. What is a distance or displacement s? Using second equation of motion, ut plus half at square. U 0, time period is given as 5 seconds, plus half into acceleration as 10 and t as again 5. So that is equals to 0 plus half into 10 into 25. So therefore s will be equal to 250 by 2. That is equals to s is equals to 125 meter. So now that we have s is equals to 125 meter, now we'll understand how to solve the speed. Speed is distance upon time. Here the distance is 125 meter. They are asking to find the speed after 5 seconds. So it will be 5 seconds. 525 is a 125. Therefore your speed is given as 25 meter per second. Okay, this is how we solve. Okay, let's again recall. The object is dropped from a cliff. So I consider that the object is dropped from this point. This is the cliff. This is a cliff where the object has to be dropped. It is dropped with a constant acceleration 10 meter per second square, and they are asking us to find the speed. They are asking us to find what is the speed after 5 seconds. So time taken here is how much? 5 seconds. Because the body is being dropped like from rest, u will be equal to 0 meter per second. I need distance because the displacement is not given. I found distance by using second equation of motion. This is our second equation of motion. I got s to be 125 meter. Then at the last I substituted and I got the answer. Okay, let's see our next question. Our next question says a ball is thrown upwards and it goes to the height of 100 meter and comes down. What is the net displacement and net distance? Okay, very interesting question. On the basis of the given data, I will first interpret the figure. Considering this to be our ground, the ball is thrown from this position to this position. The total height from here to here is given as 100 meter. So height is 100 meter, nothing but we can say s is equal to 100 meter. So the object has to go up as well as come down. Okay. The net displacement is zero because the initial and final positions are same. Here the object went from this position to this position and again came back to the same position. So if your initial and final positions are same, we say our net displacement is 0. Now what will be our net distance? Net distance will be from Going from bottom to top to reach some height, it took how much? 100 meter. Then again it will have to come from this 100 meter to this down. So 100 meter again. So the total answer will be 200 meter. Now you understand that the displacement is completely based on its position, whereas distance is how much it traveled. I hope you understood this question. If you understand the difference between distance and displacement, if I say consider an object which is moving from this position to this position, I say this is 10 meter and it has to move from A to B. A to B, then again B to A. Your distance will be 10 meter plus 10 meter, that will be 20 meter. Whereas your displacement will be 0 because the initial and final position is same. This is our initial as well as our final position. I hope you understood this. Okay, let's do our next question. Okay, here's our question 6. Anand leaves his house at 8:30 a.m. for his school. The school is 2 kilometers away and classes start at 9 a.m. So, according to the first statement, I consider this to be Anand, who is going from his house to school. Okay, he started at 8:30 a.m. and the school starts at 9 a.m. To go from his house to school, it is so to go from his house to school it is 2 kilometers. And the next, if he walks at a speed of 3 km per hour for the first kilometer, he is going for the first kilometer is going at 3 km per hour for the first kilometer, means for this kilometer is going at 3 km per hour. So let us calculate for first kilometer. For first kilometer, the distance is equal to 1 kilometer and speed is given as 3 km per hour. So then I can calculate the time taken for him to go for the first kilometer. Time is equals to distance by speed. So 1 by 3 of a hour. So 1/3 of a hour will be equal to 1/3 into 60 into 60, because in an hour there are 3600 seconds. Okay, your time period is 1200 seconds. 1200 seconds to go. Okay. So the next thing is, now that we know to move from his house to 1 kilometer is 1200 seconds. So as we know that to move from his house to school, because he started at 8:30, he has to reach by 9 a.m. So in between there are 30 minutes to travel. 30 minutes are converted to seconds into 60, give rise to 1800 seconds. Okay, let's redraw the figure. So this is our first kilometer. Our first kilometer is till here. Okay, and the next kilometer is till here. So first kilometer he has traveled in how many seconds? 1200 seconds. And the next kilometer total he has is 1800 seconds. So to travel from this point to this point, how many seconds are there? You'll have to minus 1800 minus 1200, he is left out with 600 seconds. So what are they asking us to find? At what speed should he walk the second kilometer to reach just in time? Now that we have the time taken for second kilometer is for second kilometer is T2 is equals to 600 seconds. Okay, then the speed will be distance upon time. Okay, distance is 1 kilometer and 1000 meter. Time is 600 seconds. Hence our answer is 10 by 6 meter per second, that is equals to 1.6 meter per second. Okay, let's again see what we have done in this. Okay, let's see what exactly we have done in this question. As they have told that Anand was leaving his house at 8:30 a.m. for his school. So now I understood this has to be Anand who is going from his house to school. From house to school, they have said that it is 2 kilometers away. And the classes will be starting at 9 a.m. whereas he started at 8:30 a.m. Okay. The total time he has to go to school is 30 minutes. So total time will be how much? 1800 seconds. I have calculated. I changed the minutes to seconds. Okay. Then if he walks at a speed of 3 kilometers per hour for the first kilometer. Here the first kilometer is this. This is our first kilometer. To go from this point to this point, it took how much time for him to do? I have calculated it has to be 1200 seconds because I have distance, I have speed, then I can calculate the time. So this is our T1 and this is our speed V1 and this is D1. We have to calculate V2. We have T2 and distance again D2. Okay. For the first kilometer, it took 1200 seconds. For the total trip to move from his house to school, it has to take how much? 1800 seconds. If he is covering the first at 1200 seconds, the next will be 600 seconds. Then we have solved by using speed equal to distance by time formula. We got 10 by 6, which is nothing but 1.6 meter per second. So he'll have to move at 1.6 meter per second, or you can say if you want to convert it into kilometer per hour, you can convert 1.6 meter per second to kilometer per hour by multiplying by 18 by 5. So 1.6 into 18 by 5 is equals to 16 by 10 into 18 by 5, which will be equal to 5.76 kilometer per hour. I hope you understand this question.